Hello, my friends. My name is Jackie. Welcome back to my channel. We have a new and exciting book. Today we are starting Immortal Consequences by Ivy Marie. Now, I don't know a whole lot about this book. I picked it up simply because look at how gorgeous this is. I mean, it's so pretty. And I knew that it was a fantasy. It's hard to even read that on the pictures, but on the camera. But it is, from what I've gathered, it's kind of, it's a fantasy, but it's kind of like Hunger Gamesy, or it's a dark academia type. It says 6 rivals, 1 victor. Eternity is only the beginning. So obviously there's an element of death in there, and there's some sort of contest that we're looking into. And when you look in the front, there is a map of, it says Blackwood Academy. Now, this is a very detailed map, so I was really excited about that because it's a very well done map. I don't know much about it other than that I actually had never heard of Ivy Marie prior to buying this book. It does have a little snippet about her in the back, and there is 2 pages of, or 4 pages. I don't know. There's a lot of acknowledgement pages in the back. There's a couple of them. Now, this book is 495 pages. I wanted to start it last night, but I hadn't recorded, and I was like, I'll wait until after I take a look at it and then go ahead and get started. So that's what we're going to do. It does say, welcome to Blackwood Academy, the legendary school located on the fringes of the afterlife. So we're looking at a school and something about death, and then a contest of some kind. So I'm going to go ahead and get started reading this. If you have read it, please go ahead and comment down below what you thought of it. I'm going to check back in probably right around the 200-ish mark. Maybe a little bit before that, because it does look like there's quite a bit going on in here, but it kind of just depends on how hard I get sucked into it. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I will get back to you again soon. Hey friends, so I have officially hit the 250 page mark on the dot, to be honest. I'm quite proud of myself. This book, so it's Immortal Consequences, and I'm going to hit myself in the face with my bookmark first off. I'm enjoying this book. It's not exactly what I expected. We have multiple main characters. Now, it seems to me that it's more, the main characters are more female-led in this series, but I'm also pretty confident that there's more males in the book than there is females. So I'm not really sure how that all goes. I know now it's hard to keep track of them all because there's 6 of them, and I'm only about halfway through, and they keep switching POVs, so it's hard to keep track. But we have Irene, Ren, August, Oliver, Emilio, and I don't know, it says 6, but I don't know if they're counting Louise as our 6th, or if they're counting, because there hasn't been oh, Masika. Sorry, I forgot about Masika. You know, though, she's I guess maybe she's just because she's not my favorite character. I mean, I like Ren, and I like Irene, and I really like August. He's pretty fun. Kind of a jerk, but I mean, that's kind of my MO. I like the bad boys, I guess. I don't know. He's not really a bad boy, but he's just kind of a jerk. But they are all dead. So I guess I should have gotten that from Eternity is Only the Beginning. They're all dead. So it's centered around Blackwood Academy, and Blackwood Academy is a school for the dead, and they're learning to become reapers to help those stuck in basically like purgatory on. And there is a it's not a competition, but it becomes a competition, where basically the best and the brightest, the top 12 are chosen to, and out of those top 12, obviously we have our 6 main characters, are chosen to compete to represent. I shouldn't be telling all this because I mean, I'm going to have to make sure you guys have a warning about spoilers, like to skip past this, but you have it's one of those where it, otherwise all the little tidbits, they don't really make sense, and you don't find out that it's a competition until like a quarter of the way into the book. But they're in a competition where if they win, they become like almost like protectors of the school. So it's like the elite of the school. And I don't know much about their age. There's like 3 of them that have already stated that they are 18, but it doesn't explain the others. But they aren't acting like they're 18. They're it's written more like they're like 16. Aside from there's heavy drinking throughout, and they talk about hallucinogenic, you know what? They talk about drugs, and they don't really have anything spicy. There's no sex scenes. I mean, so far, there's a bit of a slow burn going on between several characters, but it's not specifically romantic. So it's been it's a good book. It's intriguing for sure. I'm enjoying reading it, and I wanted to make sure that I stopped so that way I could kind of collect my thoughts and figure out like what is up with this, because it's different than, I think I've only read one other series that kind of reminded me of this, and it wasn't exactly like this. It had that element of leading people on to rest, but it didn't have the same sort of magic system. It wasn't a school. So there was one that was a school. Anyways, so it's different than a lot of the books that I've read. So I'm really thoroughly enjoying different. A lot of the books that we read, and not that there's anything wrong with it, but a lot of the books that we read, we've got fairies, we've got dragons, we've got various types of werewolves, witches, vampires, but this is definitely a new system. So I'm going to go ahead and keep reading, and I'll let you guys know when I get to the end, probably to the end. I don't think I'm going to stop before then, simply because there is too many spoilers in here, and I don't want to ruin the whole story for you guys. So, and the problem is that it's complex, but not complex. It's the characters themselves don't feel complex, but the storyline is complex. So it's a weird situation. Anyways, I'm going to get back to it, and I will talk to you guys again real soon. Hey guys, so I wanted to give you a quick little rundown about this book. I'm just about to leave for work, but I finished it, and Oh my word. So this book is amazing. It's got so much world building, so much character building. It leaves you on this kind of cliffhanger. So I'm really hoping that this book is going to end up being a duology. I haven't read anything that shows that it's part of a series or anything, but it leaves you with this kind of what's what is no, we're not done yet. So I don't know what's happening there. You of course have your 6 main characters. It goes into in depth with each of them. You have 4 trials. Each of the 4 trials has these different elements to it, and honestly, I could not anticipate anything that happened. Like everything that happened as it was happening, I was like, oh, okay. Now obviously there is a few things that you guess, right? So there was a slow burn element in here. There's actually several slow burn elements in here, and you could kind of see where the relationships were going there, but it never makes it even to closed door. Like there's nothing. I guess there's one scene that would be technically considered closed door, but it it doesn't give any sort of descriptions at all. So it's very, very slow situation there. The other thing is that this book, with the world building, like it's not like other fantasy realms that, usually you have, okay, you have a school, right? You have a very definitive, like, this is what's happening with the school. But this is different there. Like it doesn't really give you, I mean, it's got a map in here. So you've got a layout, but other than that, like it doesn't really describe the classroom settings. It doesn't really describe like the dormitories much. I I think there's only mention of like a cafeteria, I think like once. I mean, granted, they are dead, so technically I don't think but they make it seem like they're trying to, maintain that life essence or whatever. So anyways, really, really good book. I highly recommend that if you have not read this to check it out. I I'm really hoping that there's a second one to this. Like, I don't know. I haven't looked into it too much, but I will be doing that later tonight. Not gonna lie. So, anyways, hopefully you guys get a chance to read it, and if you do, be prepared for just this whirlwind situation going on. It's absolutely amazing. So, the only thing is the ages are weird. Like they're all 18, but they don't act 18. I don't know. They act more like 16. I don't know. Weird. Anyways, make sure that you guys, if you get a chance to pick it up, check it out, borrow it from somebody. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this video or if you want to see more content, go ahead and hit the like and the subscribe button. Every single subscribe helps me out, and I appreciate you guys so much. Like, so much. You have no idea how happy it makes me every time I'm like, yay, I got another one. Anyways, I got to get going to work. So have a wonderful rest of your night, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.